All right, guys, so we're finally back in the studio, and today we are finally taking a look at some of the things I got to see when I was in London, and I'm talking about KSI's new training footage. And yes, it's been a couple days, almost a week now, so my brain is more foggy than the skies of London on most days, but I do remember one thing, and that is he's doing things I've never seen him do. Before we get into it, guys, we have a major fight in boxing coming up this Saturday. I am live here at the W.A.D.E Concept watch parties. Anthony Joshua, Alexander Usyk. The rematch is upon us. I will see you here live on Saturday at noon Pacific. This one's a little earlier, but I will see you then. And one more thing before we get into the video, guys, make sure you hit that sub button because we just passed 200K subs, and let's just say I told you guys I'd be working on something. Stick around to the end of today's video to see what I'm talking about. But no more delay, KSI's new training footage shows me something I've never seen from him, and it makes him dangerous. I know you want to find out, so breakdown. Let's go. Woo! My God, the power. Nah, but in all seriousness, the finisher on these hooks is really nice. Bang, that right there. Comes across nice and straight. He's throwing quick combination hooks, and he's finishing with a thud on these. Bang, 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 bang. And you even see him roll, and that's a nice finish right there. That's what I'm talking about. That's what we like to see. And he's finishing again with that parallel hook. One of the things that I really enjoy is watching guys develop their lead hook because it's been a punch that's given me problems for forever, and I still can't throw mine very well. And I can tell he really likes this shot because this is one of the things I said is something I've never seen from him is a far better technical lead hook, especially the finish. Bang, that one right there. Sitting down on that shot. I know there's twist in that hip. Comes straight across and flush lands that. I'll just say this, when he got done with that workout, I was there in person to see the dent in that bag where he was ripping, it was a little bit lower on the bag, which is even more impressive sometimes where you can dent that bag low, because in these heavy bags, a lot of the content, if you're not working that low part of the bag, it will settle there, and it makes punching it feel like you're punching a fucking rock. But when we're talking about power in this YouTube boxing scene we've known for a long time, JJ might be at the top of the list. In fact, it's not just me saying that. You could take it from someone that sparred him and Jake Paul. The Muslim boxer Musin Kaysen gave the power edge to KSI.
How about this? KSI hits harder than Jake. I'll say that.
Wow.
I'll say that. I'm going to say that. KSI hits harder than Jake.
So yeah, his power, his lead hand, his hook, they're all great. They're looking better than I've seen, but it's not the thing that impressed me the most. So let's keep watching. All right, so this is KSI's overhand right, and I saw a lot of people nitpicking him here, and yes, I'm going to do a bit of the same, and for the drill he's doing, there's a couple of things that he's trying to get accomplished, and one of them isn't to really flush out his jab. The jab is thrown here to touch for the overhand right, so he's just really putting it out there. He's not really trying to damage. I don't really have anything bad to say about the overhand right other than, maybe it's a little wild and doesn't catch it flush, more slaps it on the bag and then turns it over. But there's still power there, absolutely. Something I do like is that when he does throw it, he gets off the center line. So even there's that shift in the range right here, boom, right? We're on the center line, we shift out. You would like to see that head come off the center line as he throws, and there it is, right? So that's nice. It's more so for me when he brings this jab back here. This is the thing that I have kind of the most problem with. Again, against swarms, no, this isn't going to bother KSI. It's not really going to mess with JJ to throw this shot. He's going to land this big right hand, and Swarms is going to go to sleep like some of the memes I've seen on Twitter. But anyone that he sees at a higher level that doesn't really react to what is essentially a rangefinder, but also something to bring people's hands down for this overhand right. If someone doesn't react and bring those hands down to that shot, which, it's not really thrown with a ton of commitment, so why would they? It's wide open spaces for a counter shot, and it's really any shot. And again, if there's no commitment to that jab, the opponent most likely won't commit to defending it, which then leaves that counter shot open. And it's a pretty standard rule of thumb that straight punches beat looping ones, so before KSI lands that one, there's a lot of time for a right hand to come down the pipe, because this is great on landing, but until we get there, not so much. So again, no, it won't matter for Swarms. KSI should flip through him like pages on a comic book. Like, this should not be a competitive fight in the least bit. So this is not going to get him in trouble this time. But for his next one with a higher level opponent, it absolutely could. So again, yes, you see KSI's lead hook, fantastic. His power, great. But another little wrinkle that we're starting to see is him moving in and out of range and shifting off the center line for his combinations. But again, something I'm sure he knows and he's going to be working on is making sure we commit to things. Not just throwing big power jabs, but if we're going to throw a feint out there, it needs to look like a regular jab. It needs to look like something that's going to threaten the opponent, or else they see it enough times, they're going to start calling bullshit and countering in the in-between. And that, while KSI is moving forward, momentum meets momentum are some of the hardest shots you can take, and one that we've actually seen him take in a similar situation where he did try to throw a jab at Logan Paul that was a bit lazy and he didn't commit to, and Logan stepped back and bang, big uppercut landed. Again, won't really affect him versus Swarms in my opinion, but it will for his next one. Now this was a bit interesting. I know he was doing neck work here, but I wasn't expecting this part. I was not expecting. I feel like, I don't even know if I can show this on YouTube. I feel like I'm violating TOS. Okay, enough of that. If you guys want to catch the rest, you can check out KSI's OnlyFans. But now I have what I consider to be the biggest improvement KSI has made, why I think he is now more dangerous than he's ever been. And not only am I a commentary king, but I shot this video, so you might as well call me the cameraman connoisseur. Let's take a look. This is KSI moving around on the noodles, right? Trying to slip and move through shots. But I want you guys to pay attention to his balance, his footwork, because this, in my opinion, makes the biggest difference in his game entirely. Right? Always on balance. Boom. Nice shift into the right hand. And again, slip, slip, roll, roll. Bang, bang, slip, slip, roll, roll. Okay. I forgot this part was in there. Jesus, why is my face so fat and wrinkly? I'm 29 going on 67. Fuck. All right, let's take a look at this again because I am impressed by a lot of this. Yes, you know, you'd like to see KSI's hand placement be a bit higher, right? Because he does sometimes come in chin up, but I'm more focused on his footwork here. And again, stepping with his jab off that jab, slipping underneath as he switches angles and gets on the other side of the center line to bang the right hand with some twist in the hip. All this is good. And again, we remain on balance, not overthrowing that shot to fall into another shot from the opponent like Logan gave to him in their second fight. Rolling under. And again, you see that big right hand off the shift, and that lead hand is by his side. The problem you could see happening is, you know, we jab, we slip, and then we throw, and that lead hand is right there by our chest. So as we throw, if this guy's planted and coming over the top with a right hand of his own, we could be meeting force with force and running into a right hand of this guy's too. Other than that, though, I'm really liking this shift of weight, right? Look at the feet, move together, boom. Plant, twist in the hip, big time power and weight transfer. That's nice. And again, moving forward, it's not just in the exchanges. Look how he changes the angle when the opponent changes, right? Bang, bang, slip, 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 and we're back in front, right? We went from throwing this punch this way to then squaring back up by slipping and rolling under shots. Slip, roll, and we're back. And again, he got to that place not by just walking into range like we would have seen him do maybe with some of his old stuff. Got to there with the right hand, slip, slip, roll, roll, and then we're back. This is what I'm impressed by more. Watch the quickness in the hands with the feet here. Bop, bop, and we slip off. And that is what I mean when I say this makes KSI dangerous. Throughout all his fights, we've seen he has power, heart, he has that dog inside, a guy that will not quit, a guy that will find ways to win fights. But that'll only get you so far until you come up on a guy that is all of those things, but is technically more proficient and more sound than you are. And KSI evolving his footwork and utilizing different angles and starting to be more balanced and comfortable while also letting his hands go in a way that isn't overthrown. Again, I know he's just moving around here, but these are little subtle tells to show you not only the hard work has been put in to get ready for this fight, but to improve his game for the long run. He wants that Jake Paul fight. We've talked about it. Wembley 2023, they threw down the gauntlet, winner take all. KSI has taken, I would say, a few steps in the right direction. This is what I wanted to see. But you guys let me know what you think down below. What in his game do you think he's improved on the most? Me personally, I think it's balance, his footwork, comfortability while moving. He doesn't look like he's thinking about what he's doing. He's just doing it, and that is a testament to his training. But I am expecting KSI to go out and showcase his stuff. So on August 27th, he'll look to do just that. And until we get there, speaking of showcasing some things, I got something to show you guys. And what I mean is, what's next for the W.A.D.E concept? You don't have to guess because it's time to find out.